B96 Pepsi Summer Bash.
Showbiz Shellly here backstage at the B96 Pepsi Summer Bash with Mr. Cudi,
That's me. Hello, howdy.
also known as Kid Cudi. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Now, you just got off stage. What was the energy like out there?
It was really dope, like to see that was probably one of my biggest venues. You know what I mean? And it was filled up. There's a lot of people out there.
And now you have your song Day and Night. That's probably your big one that most people know, right? And so it kind of took a little while for that song to catch on, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I put Day and Night on my MySpace like 2.5, 3 years ago, and just kind of just put it out there and get a response, and then it ended up building, and then we released it online and on iTunes in early 2008, and then ever since then it just kind of blew up, and then we got the Crookers remix in the middle of the summer of 2008, and then.
Yeah, and explain what that's like when you go into the what is it? I mean, the crowd's just whoa.
Yeah, it's kind of like the energy. You have no choice but to be right there with them. You know what I mean? Because the song, I never get tired of performing Day and Night. People ask me that all the time. I never get tired of performing it because I know if all my other songs are whack, they'll definitely love Day and Night. So it's like, yes. It's like that secret weapon. It's like, I got something for them. Boom. So, yeah, it's really dope. I love performing it. The kids are always into it. Each show, it's more and more kids singing along and more energy. So
When that song comes on in the club, I know I'm like, oh my God!
it's definitely the Rage-tastic Voyage theme song.
Yeah. And what's funny is actually on our radio show, we do a thing called Singing to Strangers, where we just call people and we sing to them. And I picked your song, and so I was the one saying, Day and Night, the lonely stoner, and it was really bad. Definitely not as good as you do it. But my
That sounds like a fun game, man. I might have to call up and we do that one day.
It's fun. I will tell you. People get mad, though. That's the thing you have to be careful of. They get angry.
Well, that's part of the joke. I mean, that's what prank calling is. You get chosen, it's just part of the deal.
Kind of with it, right? And then imagine my co-host in the back going, what?
The ad-libs.
Very well, yes. People really liked it.
It's good stuff. Good stuff.
So talk a little bit about yourself, because I'm sure a lot of people don't know a whole lot about you. Like, where'd you grow up and how'd you get into music? Something like that.
I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. I got into music professionally, wanting to pursue a career when I was 15. I moved to New York when I was 20. And kind of just went from trying to find a job to just trying to get studio time and working on a demo. And then I eventually was introduced to Dr. Genius, who produced Day and Night. And this was maybe like '05. And I was introduced to him, and we've been cool ever since. We were roommates for a while, for like 2 years. And that time that we lived together, we really just worked on music and created. And Day and Night was one of those gems that we created, and we decided to run with it as the first single.
And now what's your next single going to be, do you know?
Make Her Say, featuring Kanye West and Common.
Okay, I love that too. That's very good.
Thank you. And after that, we got Sky Might Fall, which is produced by Kanye West, and then a couple other little surprise singles after the album drops.
How'd you get linked up with Kanye West?
My manager, Plain Pat, has been Kanye's A&R since his first album. So we always had that connection, but we never really reached out. Like, I really wanted to perfect my sound and perfect my thing before I even wanted to reach out to anyone. You know, and I felt like that was important as an artist. It's like first impressions are important. So we worked at it. We got Day and Night to the point where it was like everywhere, and Kanye couldn't help but hear it everywhere. And we dropped the mixtape, and then he heard more songs, and he was immediately into it. Reached out to Pat, and the rest was history. You know.
Well, that's a pretty good story. Pretty lucky dude, huh?
I mean, it's really just about like the right timing and having some good stuff and just being creative, you know, because that's half of the battle. It's like, you know, kids think that it's just easy to get a deal, and that's not even like half of it. Like, getting a deal is like very easy to do. It is, but it's after that, you know what I'm saying, what you're going to do and what kind of music do you have, like what kind of product are you bringing to the table. And I think what made me, you know, kind of get to where I'm at right now is because of the originality in the music and the fact that I was trying to push the envelope on just everything, genres of music. And I think that's what made me more noticeable out of everybody else, you know, in the underground scene.
Yeah, for sure. And where do you see yourself a year from now?
Doing some more acting and you know, just doing my thing.
What have you acted in?
I have an HBO show coming out. We start shooting in September. I have a lead role on that. It's called How to Make It in America. The same people that do Entourage are doing this. So Mark Wahlberg is executive producer, and it's really dope.
Cool.
Yeah.
When can we see that?
We start shooting in September. It'll probably air 2010 fall.
Very cool. Very excited for that. And are you single, married? What's your status?
I'm single as a dollar bill.
Do you ever, I asked Flo Rida, do you ever look out in the crowd and you're like, oh, hey, she's cute?
Well, see, my thing is, like, I love, like, just regular plain Jane girls. Like I think that's my thing. Like I love all women, you know what I mean? But like, you know, I like natural beauty, really just naturally cute girls, you know what I mean? And I'm definitely that guy that might see one in the crowd and say, hey.
Might holler at her.
Yeah, just say, hey, how you doing? You know, I'm a really friendly guy.
Well, you seem like a very friendly guy. Thank you so much. We appreciate you coming.
We gotta come. I gotta come back and do the prank call thing. So
Honestly, we would love to have
I'm
you.
with it. I'll call in. We'll do something.
But see, it would sound so much better if you did it. That's the thing. 'Cause I didn't sound right doing it.
Because then they won't believe it's me, and then I'll be like, it's Cudi. They'll be like, no, it's not. So.
Because that's what a lot of people say. You're horrible. Get off the phone. And then, it makes you a little sad inside. But I get over it.
It's all good. To each his own.
Well, thank you so much, Kid Cudi. So
Thank
nice
you.
to meet
For
you.
sure, for sure.
Cool. Thanks.